Hello and welcome to the Chessfather YouTube. I've been meaning to make this channel for a long time and I'm really excited. So let's kick things off with our first game. I have the white pieces here with my new Chessfather YouTube Lichess account. We're going to go ahead and play e4. Now, I think what I want to try and do quite a lot on this channel is play openings that I am unfamiliar with, because I think that's going to be a little bit more exciting. Usually I would play the Vienna opening here, maybe something like knight f3, but I'm going to go and experiment with f4, the King's Gambit. I've been playing around with this opening a little bit. I'm not so hot on the theory, but we'll see how we get on. So our opponent accepts, and so standard practice here really is to play knight f3, blocking this queen check on h4, and our opponent plays, oh gosh, I can't even remember the name of this particular move order, but it's yeah, no, it's this is the Shallop when they develop the knight to f6. I can't remember what this is called, but I think we can just go ahead, play d4, go after this pawn immediately. They can't play g5 here, but of course they can hang on to the pawn with knight g6, which I imagine is the general idea. I'm going to go ahead and play bishop c4, targeting this weak f7 pawn, and see how our opponent responds. I imagine I've probably already played this incorrectly, but our opponent's 1698, so not terrifyingly strong. So I like my chances here. I'm just going to go ahead and castle, get some nice easy development. Maybe, to be honest, knight e5 would have been a good idea. But then we're trading knights here, and I'm doubling my pawns, and fine, I'm winning my pawn back, but a lot of the pressure seems to fizzle out there. Alright. Alright, he's attacking my bishop. I want my bishop on this diagonal, so I am expecting a5, but a3 and we're fine. Because my bishop can tuck in to a2 and still be on this long diagonal. Alright. Play knight c3. I don't want to push in the center because then we're maybe in danger of just trading everything off and my attack kind of fizzles out. I'm in no rush to do that. Okay, that's a nice pin here. So let's go ahead and just undo this. Now that the queen has vacated the d8 square, knight g5 is looking like a nice idea. Setting up an attack on f7 and also allowing the rook and bishop to see f4 instead of just the bishop. But of course, he prevents this with bishop e7, which is nice. This is likely to simplify things, which I don't love, but I don't know, my opponent isn't castled yet, so maybe we can get some attack on the king side rolling. Yeah, he kind of shuts things down for us, eh? But now we have two attackers here. And now if a5, I'm likely to play c3 to relocate my bishop to c2 instead. So I'm going to go ahead and take with my knight here. And obviously we'll recapture with the bishop. And then I imagine my opponent is likely going to castle. I'll play c3, solidifying my central pawn chain. He might play c5, trying to undermine that. I'm sorry if you can hear lots of drilling outside. Maybe it's not coming through, but I'm kind of situated on a bit of a major road here in London, and it can get pretty noisy. I'm right by the hospital too, so yeah, there's a good share of sirens too. All right. I'm noticing that this could be quite nice with the pressure on F7. But I mean, I can't really swing my queen in. He can always just play the bishop back to g6. He's still gonna get this trade that he likely wants. Well, I enjoy this. I enjoy bringing your king into the center of the board. That works for me. And now I certainly enjoy this double attack on the bishop and f7 square, which looks pretty nice. I'm attacking the bishop, I'm attacking the f7 square. He's going to have to probably defend this with his rook or some other piece. Or no, I mean, again, you solve two problems with one move if you play bishop g6. Yeah, okay, fine. But now I can dislodge the bishop from g6. And if he defends the f7 square with his rook, then this pawn is hanging. But then there is the potential for him to start stacking his rooks on the h-file, which could mean trouble for my king. But everything looks pretty fine. In fact, I'm pretty sure the best way to handle this is to throw in this check first and then take the bishop back, right? Because then he doesn't have the time to defend here. And there are no shenanigans with the king where he would maybe be forking the rook and the knight, and I'd be like hanging a piece because I still need to take care of this. Because of my solid pawn placement, everything is just fine here. Now if the rook comes here, I'm also picking up this pawn. Alright, he's offering a rook trade here. I don't want that. I want to stack my rooks. It is going to take me some getting used to breaking down and commenting upon the game at the same time as trying to, you know, see good moves. I like this because if you take my knight, fine. I win your queen, and I like that. So let's go here, and if the rook takes, well, I can actually just take back with the knight, and then I'm attacking the rook. And then if the rook comes here, I can play here and get this check, and then I can look to solve, you know, not hanging back rank mate here. Wow, yeah, okay, so do I take with the knight and kind of go for that idea that I talked about? Or do I? Yes, I do, yeah, because I'm still threatening a I'm threatening taking the rook, but I'm also threatening making a discovered attack. Hang on though, hang on. Let's not rush this. I have plenty of time on the clock here. So what I was thinking is, you know, I go here, he tries to attack my knight, I get this discovery. Yeah, and that does just actually win the knight, right? Not win the knight, sorry. Win the rook. It does. It wins the rook. Because the king can't defend the rook, because then he'd be getting mated with the knight and the queen. So I'm actually gonna, if he plays rook to f8, he might be thinking that he's getting some nice pin on the knight, and maybe I'm gonna fall into some back rank mate, but what he'll likely be overlooking is that this comes with check, and then I can take the rook and the king can't take back, because then I'll just have checkmate with the queen on f7. And that's very nice. We like this. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. I don't know, maybe there was some mating pattern, just if I'd taken with the queen and got a check on f7 and then rotated the knight in once the king had moved to, let's say, like d8, I could have swung the knight into e6 and maybe checkmated some other way, but I mean, this just looks equally as devastating. The game is won, I think, at this point. It's just a matter of slowly converting. His pieces have nothing. His king is in too much jeopardy. He's just giving away the rook. I mean, he's maybe thinking, I'm gonna sneakily play this and get this back rank mate, but you are just simply overlooking the fact that this comes with check because it's a discovered attack. And actually, yeah, we'll just go ahead and take the rook with a discovered attack, and we're going to be getting a checkmate here, I'm sure. So if I come here, you can interpose with the... So I'm thinking just I swing the rook up now. Then you sneak here, and I go here, and you kind of sneak off down here. But then I'm winning this piece with check. Let's go ahead. Like, all I need to do is just keep an eye on this square and not hang anything there. Which I will be doing. If I check here, the knight interposes. If I check here, I pick up the knight. So we check here. We pick up the knight. And actually, if I pick up the knight with the queen, this is checkmate. Well, it's not checkmate. He can interpose with the queen, but then we're trading off and everything's off the board. And yeah, okay, he resigns. So just to show you what I mean there, that would be... you know, well, if king comes here, this is just game over. That's checkmate. But if king comes here, I've got this, and yeah, we can just take here, and I'm going to be picking up these pawns and winning really nicely. So I'm interested to know what the let's just turn the eval bar on as well. I'm interested to know what the opening's called here when he plays this move. It's yes, the Bonch Osmolovsky, I think. I can't read it all there, but I'm pretty sure it's Osmolovsky. No one's ever played this against me, but I'm aware of its existence. I simply don't know what to play. Apparently, I play knight c3. d4 is acceptable. The eval bar didn't really budge. Our opponent plays knight g6, bishop c4. Okay, so I played okay. I did play okay. Maybe castling here was a mistake. I should have prioritized knight c3. But I get a better position here as he just continues to push his pawns and, you know, allowing all of my pieces to develop nice and freely. Knight g5 immediately. Yeah, I mentioned that in the game. I was rushing to demonstrate, you know, that I was being pinned here and I needed to do something about the pin. But actually, yeah, knight g5, and he has to defend with bishop e6, and then I'm picking up the pawn, and I would then have two attackers here, and there'd be a lot going on there for black. Too much to deal with, I think. I made no major errors. Gave him a little... Yeah, that was a blunder, because now your king is centralized, and... Okay, yeah, bishop c2 was the right idea, dislodging the bishop so that we can maintain the pressure here. Checking here first is fine. Actually, it's saying to ignore the bishop and just go for the presumably soft e6 square. The bishop would, you know, have to do something and I'd win it anyway. So, but obviously there's nothing wrong with just taking the bishop, and queen to h7 is the best move. Oh yeah, he can't take the queen, right? Because then we're gonna get this check. He'd have to come forward, and that's mate because of the pawn and knight covering these squares. That's pretty vicious. And you're just threatening to take the rook. And if he takes this rook first, then you take here with check, and then you're picking up this rook. Fine. But this is also pretty devastating. Okay, but so both of these had mating nets. There was a mating net. Maiden 8 if I'd taken with the queen. And now there's maiden 2. I missed maiden 2. Yeah. Oh yeah. Beautiful. A beautiful discovered attack. Queen holds onto the G8 square crucially here, and obviously holds here as well. That would have been really nice. Okay, that was a good game. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Early stages, so yeah, just spread the word, share the love, and I'll see you next time for the next game. Take care.